Today I'm going to be showing you guys my go-to easy, affordable winter makeup routine. Hey guys, welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Julie and I'll help you find the best affordable beauty, makeup, and fashion items. I'll show you how to enjoy your current makeup collection and help you to become more confident and elevate your beauty from the inside out by teaching you my best makeup techniques and sharing with you my most valuable life lessons. So if that resonates with you, you should subscribe and stay a while. I always use a good moisturizer, but sometimes I don't always use primers. I have been getting into primers a little bit more, but definitely in the winter months, it is very important to use a good moisturizer and also a nice moisturizing primer before applying your foundation. So the two primers that I have been using a lot right now is this Believe Beauty Pretty and Primed Hydrating Primer and the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I find that both of these primers are very moisturizing. So I went ahead and did my face moisturizer and also applied my sunscreen before starting this video. So I will link those products that I use down below. But today I'm going to use this Believe Beauty primer just because I don't think I've used it in a video yet. I have used this primer in the past, but I haven't used it in a video since I just recently repurchased it. But it is very hydrating. It feels really nice on the skin. And I do find that it helps my foundations to last longer throughout the day. And it just helps my foundations to go on a lot more smooth. I also have my tea with me right now. And I'm just drinking some peppermint tea. I love a good tea in the winter time. I mean, I love coffee year round, but something about winter and tea, I love it. Then my foundation that I have been wearing a lot right now is my Revlon Color Stay. This is just a go-to foundation year round, but I really have been enjoying this lately. So I'm just gonna do a couple pumps of that on the back of my hand, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that. It's just like one of my foolproof foundations that I know is going to look flawless and it's going to last me all day long until I take my foundation off at the end of the day. And I'm just using my dampened Wet n Wild makeup sponge to blend out the foundation. As you guys know, one of my New Year's resolutions was to get back in the gym. And so I have been working out in the mornings whenever I wake up. And oh boy, trying to get back in shape again. I honestly didn't realize how I guess out of shape my muscles were. And I am beat after my workouts. I'm so exhausted. I had to take a nap today after working out. And now I'm filming this video. And then afterwards I am planning on going to the grocery store. Well, I need to do some meal planning. And then I'm going to go to the grocery store. But yeah, I mean, I remember back in 2019 when I had first started my weightlifting journey that I felt like this for probably a few weeks, where I just felt so exhausted after my workouts. So I know it's just going to take some time to build my stamina back up, but I would say that's definitely probably one of the roughest things about getting back into strength training is just that week or two period where you just feel really exhausted after the workout. And I mean, I probably could start out slower maybe, but I kind of just want to get myself up to speed, just get back, not necessarily to where I was before, because I know that's definitely going to take time. And the way I'm going about my lifting this time around is I am doing higher reps, lower weight, where before I was doing low reps, high weight. So it's just a different thing for my muscles altogether. Next, I'm doing my concealer, and I have been loving this Maybelline Superstay Activewear Concealer. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of it at first. Then I just kind of like take one of my fingers and blend that out a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with my makeup sponge. But yeah, if I seem a little low energy in this video, that is why. Because my body is still trying to adjust to this new workout routine that I am doing. Probably by the time you all see this, it will be the new year, but it's like the week before that I'm filming this video. But I've already started to implement like my New Year's resolutions, because I'm like, if these are changes I want to make, like might as well start them now instead of waiting until January 1st. Which, I mean, it's only been about a week since I started implementing everything, but gotta start somewhere. I'm just gonna add a little bit more concealer. Then I'm just gonna take this foundation off my lips, and I'm gonna apply some of my chapstick, the Candy Cane, to moisturize my lips until I do my lipstick. My setting powder, I'm just going to use the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable. This has been my go-to powder. It does have like a little bit of extra coverage, and I just like the way that it finishes like my makeup. It sets my foundation really nice. Just makes everything look flawless. And then I'm just going to take a little bit more of that powder and set my under eyes. Just a little bit, not too much of it. For my eyebrows, first I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel. And I'm just going to brush my eyebrows up. And then once this gel dries, then I'm going to go in with my brow powder that I'm going to use to fill in my eyebrows. And while that is drying, I'm just going to go ahead and prime my eyelids with my Hard Candy Longwear Eyeshadow Primer. Then for my brows, I'm just going to be using my Milani Brow Fix Brow Kit. And I'm going to be using this dark brown shade in this little kit. And I'm just going to lightly fill in my eyebrows. I also just wanted to thank all of you that wished Josh and I and Peps in Salem a Merry Christmas. It was very thoughtful of you guys, so thank you so much. And then I'm just gonna brush that powder kind of up through my brows, and then I'm gonna go back with some more of that brow gel just to set everything in place. And now I'm going to move on to the eyes, and then I'll come back and finish the face. But for the eye look, it's going to be super simple, and I'm just using this CoverGirl Trio in Shimmering Sands, which this little palette here brings back some memories for me. Like, this was my very first eyeshadow palette whenever I was in middle school and started wearing eyeshadow. So it's just so nostalgic for me when I use this little eyeshadow palette. Like, I used this eyeshadow palette through middle and high school. Just loved it. I'm just taking this shade right here and putting that in my crease just with a fluffy blending brush. Then I'm going to get some of this middle shade flat shader brush, and I'm just going to brush that color all over the eyelid. I do like these shadows for winter just because I like the nice pop of shimmer on the lids, and it's more of a cool toned bronze. Like in the winter months, I mean, I still wear warm tone eyeshadows, but like if I'm doing just an everyday quick look in the wintertime, I tend to opt for colors that are slightly a little bit more like maybe cool or muted than I would in the summertime. I wouldn't say that this little palette is completely cool toned. It's probably a little bit more neutral, but compared to like my summer look, this is definitely like more cool and muted. And then I'll just take a little bit of like the highlight shade in this trio, and I'll brush some of it here on my brow bone. It is a pretty intense shade, and this is actually a fairly cool toned like pinkish white. So I don't use a ton of it on the brow bone, just like a little bit to highlight. And then I'm going to take some of this and pop it here in the inner corner as well. That's it for the eyes besides the mascara. So super simple, quick, easy, everyday eye look. Then for my bronzer, I'm just going to be using my Milani Silky Matte, and this is in 02 Sunkissed. Like my goal for this bronzer this year is to hit pan on this bronzer. So we will see if I can accomplish that this year. But I'm just going to bronze up my cheeks and also on my hairline. I do really like this bronzer for the winter months. It is a little bit more, it's neutral leaning, a little bit more cool toned, and it's also not as like, it's not as dark as some of my other bronzers that I use in the summer months. So it's like sometimes I might still use some of those bronzers that I mostly use in the summer, but for everyday, just a quick everyday, look, I do like a bronzer that's a little bit more subtle in the winter. Now before I do my blush, I'm gonna do my lips because my go-to lip color right now for winter is red. You all know that I've just really been into red lips. One of the ones that I have tested and I do like is this Revlon Color Stay Satin Ink. And this is a glossy red lip. This is in the color 019, My Own Boss. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. Like I really take my time to apply this just because once it dries down on your lips, like it's not going anywhere. So, and since it is a really bright red, I like to be very precise with it. But once this dries down, it's pretty much transfer resistant. I mean, like it kind of transfers a little bit. I don't know if you can see, like it kind of transfers a little bit, but it's not like it doesn't transfer a lot. And I think some of it might still be drying down, and sometimes I will go in and just like build it up a little bit. I would say like the only thing that I don't really like about this lip product is once it does start to wear off, it kind of like gets flaky, like on the inside of your lips, and can kind of like flake off and get on your teeth. So usually what I do is after I eat, if I notice that it's starting to come off there in the center, I'll just take a tissue and just kind of wipe my lips off, get as much of this off as I can, then reapply it. It's one of those lip products that if you don't eat, it will last for hours and hours and hours and hours. But I don't know what it is about me. I feel like there are lip products out there that people say that they can eat and drink with and it doesn't wear off, but like this will wear off a little bit. I feel like on other people, maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it's just the type of foods I eat. Maybe it has oil or something in it and it like breaks down the lip product. But I do really enjoy this lip product. I really like the color of it. It doesn't feel drying on the lips. Like, it's not as tacky as the Superstay Vinyl inks. And I do find that this wears a little bit longer than the vinyl inks. So, at least in my opinion. So, I really enjoy this color in My Own Boss. I think it is so pretty, like a perfect winter lip color. I know it might be out there for some, but I really like this. And that's another great thing about this makeup look. Like, you could wear this with any lip color and it's going to look good because everything is so neutral. So now I'm going to go ahead and apply my blush, and I'm just going to be using this Milani Rose Powder Blush in Tea Rose. And I wanted to apply my lips first so I could determine how much blush to apply. And I love a good rosy blush like this for the winter months. Like, this is just like a winter makeup look to me. Just a really nice rosy cheek, a nice like glittery, or like not really glittery because this isn't glittery, but like a shimmery or even glittery eyeshadow, more of a matte foundation, and just like a beautiful either red or berry lip. I just think it looks so pretty. Now also like a beautiful highlight for the winter months too. So, but I do find that with this blush color, and I don't know, I feel like Milani kind of changed the color of this blush like over time, because I have the original one that they first released back in, I don't know when that was, like 2014, I'm not sure. But I've had this blush for a really long time. I mean, I still really love it, but I feel like their Tea Rose blush now isn't quite as rosy as this. Like, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like whenever I see it in the store, it's just not as rosy. So you guys all have to let me know, but if you have this color, this is perfect with red lips. And then, like I said, I like to do a more intense highlight with my winter makeup looks. And I've been loving this Milani Baked Highlight in Dulce Perla. Just put a little bit there on my nose. And I know that this is a drugstore tutorial, but I am going to use my Urban Decay. But there are definitely good drugstore setting sprays out there. Like, I know that Milani, their Stay Matte, is that what it is? Or just like their setting spray, the Milani one's good. e.l.f. has some really great ones, but... And then I'm just going to curl up my lashes. And I go back and forth. Sometimes I'll wear brown mascara if I want this look to be maybe a little bit more natural with my eyes, or if I want something a little bit more contrasted, I'll use black mascara. So sometimes I just like the contrast, since like the red lip is kind of high contrast. So I just find it helps to balance the look out. So I'm just going to use my Maybelline Lash Sensational in Blackest Black. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.
You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those